What's up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net. Behind me, you'll see my next offering to bring you this week, folks. Has been a while, a little bit. We had a few little trips and excursions in between and threw everything off. But hey, that's what happens when you work for yourself. You just do whatever you want to do, right? Anyways, back to business here, and back to business in a big way here at Specialty Motorcars. Right behind me, you'll see a truck that I've had a lot of people ask about, tons of people ask about. And I know why. It's a unique opportunity. It's a rare truck indeed. It's a 2004 GMC Yukon XL SLT 3/4 ton. That's a 2500 series with only 53,000 miles. Super nice truck. Very excited to show it to you, tell you all about it, the price, everything, all be in this video. Let's do a walk around. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button somewhere down there. Let's get into it. Sweetheart. And here she is, a beautiful 2004 GMC Yukon XL SLT 3/4 ton truck, SUV, whatever you want to call it. Basically, this is the suburban-sized Yukon, and as you know, if you're watching this video, you probably already know. I don't have to really explain it, but I'm going to anyways, for those in the back who don't. This is a pretty rare truck. This is a pretty rare, I mean, even these in a 1500 series is rare to find today. Get away from me, fly. But finding these in a 3/4 ton that aren't all clapped out, that aren't all ragged out, is super rare. I mean, super hard to find. This is a 53,000 mile example that I had shipped all the way out from California. This truck is on Carfax shows as a 2-owner truck, no accidents, but I believe it might have been a 1-owner and they just retitled it in California, because originally this truck was sold new out of Washington State. Spent some time in Salt Lake City, but there was service records in California when it was registered in Salt Lake City, and then some years later it moved to California permanently. I think if I put my Carfax deciphering hat on, I think the truck was, used as a family rig maybe in the beginning part, because that's where most of the miles came from, and then the last 10 years of its life it was kept at a why am I walking into this tree right here? Because my truck's too far over. That's why. It was kept in at their summer home, which was a beach home. Because when I got this truck, it definitely has spent some time on a beach. There was sand in the back. I just think it was used as the family, hauler, I guess maybe you would say, and then left at their beach home. Probably very wealthy people. I don't know. Never met them. But thank you for not putting many miles on your Yukon, because here it is with only 53,000 original miles. It's finished in a beautiful charcoal. I think they call it like a, I don't know, maybe I'm going to call it charcoal metallic. When you get up on it, it's like a charcoal metallic. I don't know. Charcoal metallic? Yeah, we'll go with that. With a kind of a medium gray leather interior. The SLT package would have been, for this truck, I don't think these came in a Denali. So the SLT would have been the top trim for the Yukon XL. You could get a Yukon XL Denali, yes, but you couldn't get a 3/4 ton Yukon XL Denali, even though the Yukon Denali, XL Denali, had the same engine, the 6-liter, which is what this truck has, 6.0 V8, same engine that's in my Escalade. These came with either the 6.0 or the 8.1. This is the 6-liter. So it's kind of like set up like a Denali, I guess, but it's not all-wheel drive. Really, it's a great hauler, family hauler. Where the hell are these flies coming from? I took a shower this morning, I promise. It did just rain out, so I don't know. They're coming out of the woodwork, I guess. Great family hauler and loaded up with options. It's got the nice alloy wheels on it. Ugh, these flies. It's got the nice alloy wheels on it. Leather, heated seats, sunroof, rear DVD, all that stuff, Bose, all the good stuff. This is the 4x4 too. So, you know, it's really the right package. And in all honesty, I should be keeping this truck for myself. I have this weird thing when I buy something like this. Like, yeah, this would be the perfect replacement for Trusty Rusty, especially being 3/4 ton. It can tow, it can haul kids, family, you can take it to Florida. But I have this weird thing that I just cannot come to terms with buying or keeping like a 50,000 mile truck like this and devaluing it. I got this weird thing with miles. I have no problem keeping a 20,000 mile brougham or roadmaster wagon or whatever. But for daily consumption, I myself, because I'm a car guy, I have a hard time keeping something like this, even though I should. Like any other business person out there would definitely keep this if this is what they're into, because you can't get any better than this. I mean, you can, or you know, depending on what you're looking for. I don't want a truck. I like the Yukon XL Suburban ESV style GMT800. This is my generation. But I'd rather one with 120,000 miles, because I'm just going to use it, abuse it, and that's it. Like, I have a hard time abusing this truck or leaving it outside. I mean, I don't drive my Escalade often, so I don't know. So please, somebody buy this from me and save me the hot and the pain, the heartache. Anyways, I'm rambling now. I'm going to go around, show you. Got my pointer finger here. Going to show you just some little minor things with this truck. Some little chips and scratches. Nothing really too crazy that sticks out on this truck. So one of the things that you'll probably notice is these fender flares here. And they are factory flares. A lot of people might say, oh, why would you put flares on a Suburban? Well, the 3/4 tons came with those. They're GM. They're on all of them, I promise you. I think some of the earlier ones got the full flares, where like the 04 to 06 probably got these smaller flares. But that's as it came from the factory. You can see a beautiful gunmetal gray, metallic paint, beautiful shine to it. This is a California truck that obviously has never seen really winter, but has seen the beach, has been used on the beach. So it's a really clean example that I would feel bad driving in the winter, because that's one thing I do with Trusty Rusty is I drive it in the winter. Now, while we're on the front of the truck, I know I'm rambling, but when I got this truck in, it had one of those big, giant, like Jurassic Park brush guards, and then it had a roof rack with like those, you know, PIAA or whatever lights that were on the top. I took all that stuff off, took all the wiring out of it, because I like the nice clean OEM look. But you can see here, nice beautiful headlights, beautiful chrome bumper. And to answer the question, in case anybody asks, I've already gotten rid of all that stuff, so it cannot be put back on. It even had taillight covers, like metal taillight covers. Nice chrome grille. See some little freckling in the chrome here. But original grille, some stone chips on the front of the hood. You can see a few that have been touched up and a few that haven't been touched up. You know, nothing too crazy. A little spot of touch up there. Overall, paint on the hood is in nice shape. And on the fender here. And you'll see a few little minor chips that were touched up, little stone chips here and there. Nothing too crazy. Does have the mud flaps. You can see pretty clean there. I didn't want to go crazy and start undercoating this truck, but you know, you can see some light surface rust. I will have a video at the end of this video of the truck on the lift. I did put brand new Cooper Discoverer tires on. There's a nice alloy wheels, which those are brand new too. When I got the truck in, two of them had some corrosion on them, on like the lip from wheel weights, and I just couldn't take it. I got 4 new wheels. Those are the original caps. If anybody knows these trucks, I think those are the most beautiful wheels. Obviously they're dated, they're period correct, but this truck came with those wheels and I just really like that. Chances are someone might want to put black wheels on it, which I don't really like, but I did bring it back to the OEM look. All the glass, it's got all the WeatherTech. Looks like a little scratch in that one. The WeatherTech deflector shields there. This is, like I said, an SLT, so it does have the factory sunroof, XM radio. I think that's OnStar over there, that one there. This is definitely a replacement windshield because that's not the original stickering, but nice and clean. A few little light scratches on the mirror capsule, nothing too crazy. Again, it's all minor stuff with this. A couple little chips touched up there. A little scuff. Just random little things. All the black textured running boards. Got some chips right on the door edge there. A little spot touched up right there. A couple little marks. Very, very light scratch in there. You can see me pretty well actually in that reflection. A few little chips. Again, you get some VIN etching. I don't know who steals glass out of car. Why do you VIN etch cars? I have no idea. That's kind of bewildering to me. If anybody asked me that at the dealership when I bought something new, I'd say no. But you can see here, nice, solid, super solid rockers. Again, California baby, here we come. It does have this light kind of, whoop, I'm not even focused on it. Light little scratch there. Couple small things. Little chips touched up on. Little things like that. Here, again, brand new Cooper Discoverers. Those are date coded the 18th week of 23. New alloy wheels, original caps, and I had these machine road force balance, so the weights are on the inside, so it doesn't chew up the new wheels, because obviously that would be counterproductive. Looks like I missed wiping that down, but nice solid rockers. You can see pretty nice straight truck. I mean, not all dinged up and just thrashed. I mean, it's got some minor stuff like I pointed out, but for the most part, real nice. Now, one of the things I'll mention for all, might not even notice it, but when I got this truck in, I'm assuming whoever put all the brush guard and stuff on, they also debadged this truck. So it would say Yukon XL on the front doors, both sides. And then I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it would also say SLT here in a little like gel oval. I think it looks pretty good, clean, and I'm not one for debadging cars. But I couldn't stand that there wasn't the Yukon XL and the GMC emblem on the tailgate. So instead of rebadging the whole entire thing, I think that's a nice clean look without the badging, so I'll give them that credit. I'm not saying that I would do it, but it's already been done. But I did put brand new OEM GMC and Yukon XL badging on the tailgate. Now you're gonna probably say, oh, you put it on backwards? No, GM did this. I just copied it because I knew if I put it the right way, people would be like, oh, they're backwards. I don't know why they would put Yukon XL and then GMC, and why not GMC Yukon XL. I don't know. I don't understand that myself, but it is what it is. Anyways, nice clean rear bumper. It's got the this is the little hideaway for the key to drop the spare tire, 8-way plug for the tow package. One other thing that I did do as well is I replaced this rear bumper. Reason being for replacing the rear bumper is, I think it was this side, had a pretty good ding in it right on the corner. And these bumpers, the great thing about these trucks is they're so inexpensive to get parts for. I think the bumper with pads and everything all brackets were like, I don't know, 500 bucks. It was not a lot of money. You know, you can get everything for these trucks for short money. And that's why these trucks are still on the road, because people are keeping them together inexpensively. And that's why I can keep my Escalade on the road. So I did replace that rear bumper, and I think I did a pretty darn good job with Papa Bear lining it up. Yeah, we did an all right job. Again, you probably wouldn't notice if I didn't tell you, but you know, if you get it and you say, oh, it's got a new bumper, and was it smashed? No, it wasn't smashed. It just had a big dent in it, and you can't straighten dented chrome bumpers. Lower quarters here, nice shape. You know, just some little rock kick up here. I don't know what that's from. I don't think that was from me. There's a new bumper. But I think putting these mud flaps on definitely helps, you know, any kind of debris kick up. But there's a few little chips there. Again, all the glass. Oop, that's my wife calling me. Sorry about that. When the wife calls, I answer. Actually, I'll let you in on a little secret. Today's my birthday, so she just wanted to confirm birthday plans. Love my wife. Again, Cooper Discoverers, real nice. You know what? The sad part, when I got this truck in, it had really nice Firestones, like super chunky, just like these. And they were just all dry rotted. You know, they were older tires, but I put a nice set of Coopers. I have these same tires on my Sierra, and I really love them, or my Silverado, I should say. But again, beautiful, polished, or I don't think those are really chrome. It's kind of like a polished. Does have this scratch right here that has been touched up. You know, it's kind of minor, but kind of not minor, but it's there. Where the heck are these flies coming from? I didn't want to paint the whole quarter just to do that, so I just had it touched up. Coming down the doors here. These little guys. All the moldings are in nice shape. Side steps. Again, absolutely no rust on the rockers, which my Escalade doesn't have. Little teeny beady little guy right there, little ding. Again, like I said, it's got the WeatherTech vent shades, the in-channel ones. Little scratch right there on the chrome. So yeah, normally it would have Yukon XL here on the doors. I think it looks all right without it. Some little freckles in the paint here. You really get up on it. I don't really know what would do that. It's not like stone chips. I don't know. It's like spatter, but it's not anywhere on the rest of the truck. A little bit of a paint transfer there. Front fender here is in nice shape. Again, Cooper Discoverers, those are brand new. I put those on. So we did do quite a bit of service work to this truck. Not that it needed it. It's just I did a lot of, you know, it's very easy to do a lot of preventative when you can do a lot of stuff in-house, and that's basically what I did. Chrome front bumper, got the nice tow hooks, fog lights, both sides. All right, let's dive on to the inside of this beautiful Yukon XL. I feel like I'm rambling. I know this is going to be a long video, but really a deserving truck of somewhat of a lengthy video, just because it's so nice. Even if it is debadged partly. No, I'm just kidding. It looks good. All right, let's dive on to the inside of this family hauler. And it's just as nice on the inside as it is on the outside. Now, these shared the platform with the Silverado, Suburbans, the Tahoes, even the Escalades. And I don't care who you talk to, any intelligent person will tell you that this was the last of the good GM trucks. Because when they went to the GMT800 platform, they started introducing all your active fuel management bullshit, and that just tears these trucks up. They total them out because mechanically you got bad transmissions, you got cams, and it's just garbage. The lifters are tapping away, burning oil, using oil. These are the last of the good ones. And not only that, call it what you will, a glorified Suburban, a detuned Escalade. These are the most comfortable truck seats ever. Ever. That's why I love them, and I get all excited when I get one of these. And it's also why it's hard for me to let this one go, because it's so nice for what it is. But it's got to find a new home. I can't keep it, because if I keep it, I'm going to sit outside. It's going to be behind my building when I'm not using it, sitting in the gravel, and it's too nice of a truck to do that with. So that's why it's for sale. Anyways, we'll get into it. Beautiful, like a kind of slate gray or medium gray leather interior. You have power windows, dual power mirrors with, I think somehow, I always forget how to do this. Oh, yeah. There we go. Power folding mirrors. Heated seats, memory seats. You have power adjustable foot pedals, so even your short wife can drive your Yukon. I forgot to do inside the jam here. Nice and clean. Clean jam there. And one way you can tell if this thing's got low miles is the original leather in this truck isn't all chewed up. Usually these start to split up here. My Escalade at 240,000 miles is on its second seat skin, and it's already tearing. Maybe because I'm a big fat moose, according to one Facebook person who I thought was my friend, who commented, real quick story, commented on one of my brougham video. Somebody shared it. I hope he's watching this. Somebody shared my brougham driving home from Chicago video on a brougham page that I'm on. And the guy, I'm friends with the guy. Like, I've never said a nasty thing to this guy. And he made some comment of, like, thinking that I wasn't going to see it. And oddly, I couldn't see it. So I think he might have blocked me or something. But then unblocked me because, like, I still can't see the comment. But a friend of mine sent it to me. Was like, what's this guy's problem with you? And I can see him on my my feed. But anyways, he made a comment, says, oh, I'm surprised the tires didn't blow out because Anthony's such a moose. So yeah, that's probably why my seat's all beat up, because I'm a big fat moose. Hey, I'm not pretending to be some skinny rail, but I mean, what the heck. Anyways, dual power seats. Sorry, you really didn't have to go into that rant. Full-way lumbar. Has your adjustable headrests. Just real basic cockpit. Nothing crazy. Bose speakers. Looks like that might be a little indented there. Automatic headlights, fog lights, selectable 4x4. We'll get into all that in just a minute, but just really, really clean, really nice, really presentable 3/4-ton Yukon. Now, I get all worked up over these, especially a Suburban or a Yukon. An Escalade, Escalades were bought by obviously wealthier people who didn't want to just buy a Yukon or a Suburban. Weird thing, I don't know what happened here. There's like a little chipped hole there. So Escalades, I mean, you could still see them, but once the Escalade gets passed through like the third, fourth owner, they get clapped out. I mean, look at mine. The thing is an absolute wreck, but it's got 240,000 miles. I call it the trusty rusty because the frame's rotted, the rockers are rotted, but it's reliable. That's the great thing about these trucks. This, on the other hand, is kind of a unicorn. And I don't want to say unicorn because they didn't make a lot of them, because they made countless amounts of Yukon XLs and Suburbans. A unicorn in respect that it still exists all these years later, and it's this nice. These 3/4 tonners, you know, just like the Excursions, they were bought and used for a purpose. Someone who went and bought a 3/4 ton had a haul, had tons of kids, you know, a whole school full of kids, and these things usually got destroyed. So to find a 3/4 ton that's not destroyed, cup holder, this is for the rear climate control. I think you just, yeah, turn it on there. It's radio. I shouldn't be pushing buttons. Anyways, what I was pointing out was a little bump here in on that one. That's because the rear headphones and stuff were jammed in here, and probably most of their last 10 years of life. It made a little bit of an impression. What I was doing, this is how I go off on tangents. You know, you don't see these things surviving. They get used up and abused, you know. So for this truck to survive and to be this nice, a little bit of rust staining probably from this bracket here. These guys, actually what they do in normal with that removed and this flipped down all the way, is that covers a little gap in the floor. Headrests pop out of here, you release it, you can stick them right in here, and then this will fold flat down. But it's nice because it's got the second row captain's chairs. It's easy for kids to get into the third row. That's how my Escalade's set up. It does have the rear DVD system. Powers up. I don't have a DVD to put in it. But it does power up, and I do have the headphones. You can see the screen light up there. There's no DVD in it. Door panel, nice, clean. Oh geez, we're at 7 minutes and we're not even to the back yet. I don't want to rush, but I also don't want to bore the audience with stories of me being a moose. You can see a little scuffing here. Lots of compartments. This is a compartment just to store whatever you want in. Your jack and lug wrench are down here. You pull this guy up and out. Third row, that folds and will tumble forward and is removable. It is pretty heavy. The long wheelbase trucks, ESV, Suburban, Yukon XL, had a one-piece third row seat, where like the Tahoes, the regular Escalades, and then the regular Yukons had a 50-50 removable, so it was a little easier. But I even have all five original floor mats, you know, and even those are in nice shape, real clean here. Then the third cargo area mat, nice and clean under there. I mean, this truck is just a nice truck. A little scratching up there as well. There's a rear power port back here. Again, not perfect, but very, very nice. Nice and clean threshold. You can actually see here where the outprint of the taillights. These are actually replacement taillights. And I had to replace the taillights because the goofy like Jurassic Park bar thing, brush guards that were on here, scuffed up and wore spots on the taillights. So I wanted to put new taillights on it, and I wanted to get rid of those things. A couple little minor scuffs on the tailgate trim, you know, probably from things rubbing it, but again, relatively clean for what it is. Inside the jam here, nice and clean. Come up to this side. That jam, hard to see, but yeah, it's nice. A little bit of a scuff right there, or a scratch. For those of you may be wondering, today's Tuesday, so but you're gonna see this on Wednesday. But yeah, Tuesday is my 35th birthday. For my 30th birthday, I bought myself an '89 Electra wagon. Real nice back here. Bought myself an '89 Buick Electra wagon. So this one here, same thing. So I just realized I bought myself another wagon in recent days. I think that might be my 35th birthday present. The successful father of a suburbanite buying new wagons for himself. Again, the leather, I mean, just look at it. No car seats. I'm beating the hell out of these seats. I don't even think I drove my daughter in this thing. But I should be keeping it. But, you know, there again, so like I have no problem keeping that Roadmaster wagon that I just bought with 15,000 miles because it's an investment. I know I'm not going to drive it. But the difference between that wagon and my wagon, like my wagon's got like 57,000 miles on it. It's nice, but it's not perfect. Came from Michigan. It's got a little bit of rust underneath it. But I can drive that and enjoy it and not worry about taking it on vacation. And I don't want to say this is of that level, but this is like too nice to me to not worry about. Same with that new Roadmaster. Like that's too nice for me to want to use and take away on vacation. I want to keep that as a collector's item, as a future collectible. And you know, the thing is you just can't find wagons. It's like this Yukon. Heated seats on the passenger side. You know, those wagons are bought to be used. Dashboard is in nice shape, I think. Yeah, right here. You can see a little bit of a chip in the paint. Rear DVD. Those wagons were used, abused, and thrown away. So you don't see survivors like you don't see this. And this, because I'd be using this for like daily and winter use, it's too nice of me to do that. If you buy it and use it and drive it in the winter and never wash it again, hey, it's your truck. I don't have to see it ever again. I don't know what's going on right there. A little bit of a chip in the plastic. But I can't come to terms with doing that myself. So, all right, we'll pop the hood, put the plate on it, show you the cabin, and then we'll take it for a spin. Cranking up the hood on this and see a big, beautiful 6.0 V8. It does have a sticker here saying that there's a remote starter installed in this. I don't have any remotes for it, so I don't know if it's still installed. New battery. You know, it's just a smooth running truck. Now, like I said, this truck was a California truck, but I think it was a coastal truck because you'll see, like, on the nuts and bolts, some surface rust on, like, some of the untreated metals. You know, the truck isn't a rust bucket. And like I said, I will show you the bottom of this truck on the lift, but just, you know, on like nuts, bolts, thin metals, like that piece right there. Vortec, 6-liter. Had to lay her down, Hoss. Let's take it for a spin. All right, behind the wheel of the Yukon, show you what I got for books and keys. I have 2 keys and 1 remote, although I thought I ordered a second remote, and I know I can program these myself, so I will make sure it has another remote to go with it. Start it up here. Let's see, 53,081 miles. I do have all the books, pamphlets, free delivery inspection stuff, all that good stuff comes with it. I do not have a window sticker for this truck, but I'll give you a shot of the spit coat tag thing there if anybody wants to decipher any kind of rear end. Might have to pause it, but anyways, couple things about the inside of this truck. I think that the CD changer is a little sketchy because you can see that little thing dancing there, and when you start it, sometimes it gives that like weird noise, but the radio works fine. Oh geez, not that song. That's better. Dual zone climate control works great. Air is ice cold. It's really not air conditioning weather anymore, but we'll turn it on anyways. Rear view mirror shows your temperature. You have your rear climate control, dual vanity mirrors, full power moonroof. Now, one of the things I elected not to fix, it's really the only defect with the interiors here. So you can see this bubble in the headliner. Looks like it's a little loose around that handle. And if you come over here, there's a tiny bubble right there. it is what it is. You know, it's nice everywhere else. All the rest of the headliner in this truck is in great shape, except for those 2 spots there. Air works great. Okay, tons of cubbies, little storage areas and stuff like that. Another great thing about these, this in here, you'll see I have 2 kind of tattered foam ear thing. These are pretty cheap to get though. These are wireless infrared headphones. You can get these on eBay and stuff. I don't know if they work, but they probably came with the truck, so the battery's probably long dead. This is the remote, which is good to have. I don't have that for my Escalade, and I wish I did. But batteries might be old in this too. I don't know. Old Panasonics, but it does come with it. Yeah, so let's take this girl for a spin. All right, I'll put her down in a drive. And away we go. It's been such a crazy day. Poured out a little while ago. I didn't think I was gonna get pictures and video done, but I'm glad I did. Anyways, beautiful leather wrapped wheel, and you get all the steering wheel controls here as well, which is super, super convenient. Let's see, is anybody coming out? Don't want to run anybody over. Just a real great running, driving truck. These GMT800 platform Suburbans, Silverados, they're really great trucks. It's funny, we just went to Hershey, and I should have taken this because obviously it would have been better than my Escalade, but I know my Escalade, and I, again, didn't want to put miles on it, plus I had this thing detailed while I was away. But I think the official vehicle for anybody who goes to Hershey, like the vendors, are GMT800s, because there was Silverados, Tahoe, Suburbans, 3/4 tons all over the place. Nice ones, Quadristias, which was cool to see. So this one would have definitely fit in. Meanwhile, I took my rusty pile of crap Escalade. But anyways, you know what? I'm in the wrong lane. I want to turn and get on the highway. Get on the highway in this big truck. I know it's flashing, I can see it, but it's not really flashing, like I say in every one of my videos. But this truck drives great. We did a ton of work to this truck. Again, a lot of preventative stuff. I did full wheel pads and rotors, AC Delco pads and rotors. Not because I needed it, but because I didn't like the way that the rotors looked. They looked old and somewhat rusty, but not like rusty, like, even my dad said, why are you putting pads and rotors on? I said, I just do it. So didn't have a pulsation, so we did AC Delco pads, rotors, tires, 4 Coopers for tires, an oil change. What else did we do to this truck? I had the instrument cluster pulled out, sent out to be rebuilt. Very common for these, for the stepper motors on the gauges to go bad, so I had that rebuilt. Alignment was done to it, oils changed, new battery, you know, cosmetic stuff like the taillights, the bumper, the wheels. You know, I just wanted to dial this truck in. It was a nice truck. I just wanted to take it to the next level, and I was glad I was able to do that, because, you know, it came to, look at this guy. This guy was behind me. What a a-hole. It came together nicely, and it turned out to look a lot, come together nicer, that I started falling in love with it all over again. But anyways, that's me rambling. Oh, that's my bottle in the back. But she drives down the road nice. It just does everything it's supposed to do. 4x4 works, air works, heated seats work. Other than the CD player, which I know is probably messed up, the CD part of it, it's a 6-disc in-dash changer, and I think the changer is messed up. That's why you see that little CD thing blinking. But you know, it's just a great running and driving truck. And the people who had this before did maintain it. Back at like 47,000 miles, they had new shocks put in it. They had the tranny flush, power steering flush, all the fluids flush. They did a lot of preventative maintenance as well. So it was definitely a well cared for and well loved Yukon XL 3/4 ton. So with that, any questions, give me a call, 978-930-1004. I know there's going to be probably more people that hate me than love me, because there's only going to be one guy who loves me, and that's the guy who ends up buying this truck. I don't have, this is the first one, it's a unicorn. I've had a ton of people ask me about this truck, how much, sell it to me, but I just can't do it. Once it's available, and today's the day. If you're watching this video, this is the point where it becomes available. 978-930-1004 is my number. Go over to my website, specialtymotorcars.net. Check out all the still pictures of this truck. And we're going to head back to the shop right now and put it up on the lift, show you what the bottom of it looks like. Again, any questions, 978-930-1004. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook as well. I do all my sneak peeks there on all my coming up next cars. Price on this Yukon is going to be $25,995. It's hard to comp a truck like this, but I think that's actually a pretty good price for a truck like this, because you can go over and check out what some of these things have done on Bring a Trailer. Insane money, really insane money. So $25,995. If you need any help getting it delivered, not a problem. I shipped her all the way from California. Hopefully I don't have to ship it back to California, but I can do that as well. Let me know, 978-930-1004. All right, let's head back to the shop, put it up on the lift, and we'll show you what the bottom of this beast looks like. Real quick, while we're driving back to the shop, because I like to hear myself talk apparently, I'll let you know what I have coming up in the pipeline after this. I have 3 white 1992 Brougham Elegances coming up, one of them being that Chicago car. I have a Mercury Grand Marquis 2004 LS Ultimate with a factory sunroof, 10,000 mile car. Whoa! Woody! Sorry about that. I get easily distracted when I see cool cars on the road. Anyway, so I got some nice stuff coming up. Thank you everybody for watching, and I do have another part of my Buick Roadmaster video of when we went to Pennsylvania. I had mentioned I might do a part 2, which I'm still kind of working on. We went to some pick and pull junkyards. I think you guys might like it, so I'm going to put it together. You'll probably see it after this. But I got some cool footage from Matt and I and my dad going to some of the junkyards out there in PA. I always love going to junkyards. I feel that some of you might like that too, so keep an eye out for that one. All right, let's head back to the shop now. All right, gonna show you the bottom side of this GMC Yukon XL 3/4 ton. Pretty clean under here. Like I said, this is a California and Salt Lake City, Utah truck. I believe the time when it was in California, though, it was a beach truck. So you'll see some light surface rust, but I mean, absolutely beautiful rocker panels. I think that's the big thing with these trucks. I know on my Escalade they don't exist anymore. Rockers on both sides. Super clean. You know, but you can see some surface rust on like the transmission pan. No oil leakage. We did just do an AC Delco oil change. AC Delco front pads, rotors, rear pads, rotors. Grease the front end. But pretty nice truck. Let's see, just minor corrosion and stuff like that. All the original exhaust. This is a not a dual gas tank, but it does have 2 tanks in it. The new Delco rear e-brake cables. Like I said, along with Rear pads and rotors. Lower quarters are in nice shape. Both sides. Spare tire. There's the other gas tank is up there. And there she is. 978-930-1004. If you have any questions, my name is Anthony. Again, 978-930-1004. Oop.